going on?
We're live. Hey, guys.
Oh, what up?
What's up?
What are you guys doing in here?
Just hanging out, filming day
Yeah.
with Frank.
What do you got for the audience today? In a little bit. What are we going to do?
Yeah, well, you know what? Since we did this yesterday, we are in need, and I don't even know if you know this. So the person that's been doing a lot of our content writing for our YouTube videos, her name is Jo Miller, and she's amazing, but she just had a baby, and she has some health stuff that she's focused on right now. So we are in dire need of a health and fitness expert that can work remotely or virtually. They don't need to be in Tampa Clearwater. They can be anywhere. Anybody that's a fan or follower who has health and fitness experience. We're looking for somebody well-versed in the stuff that we talk about and teach, who can also write about it. And so we need somebody that can actually write our descriptions of our video content and answer questions that come in for our channels. So anybody, whether it's you or someone that you know who is a health and fitness expert, we would love for you to reach out to us. I'm gonna give you my actual email address, criticalchris1@gmail.com. If you are interested in participating or being a member of our team, and once you're in the door, who knows what that could grow into, but you need to be a competent writer, but a health and fitness expert, and we would be interested in talking with you and maybe getting you on board.
Yeah, I think maybe there's some clarity though that would be needed for them, and correct me if I'm wrong here. Like, what do you mean by expert? Because I think I know the person that you're looking for. And I think there might be potential people out there that fit that role, that when they hear the expert are going to detach themselves from that, right? Like they're thinking maybe a PhD, maybe somebody that is, training at a very high level. You need a very deep understanding of health and fitness. So maybe some clarity around what you actually mean by expert.
Expertise knowledge, I guess, is more what it's I'm driving towards, and it's really an experienced person that has worked in a setting, whether it's a kind of a one-on-one training facility like we've done.
Joe? Describe Joe to the audience.
Joe is somebody that has a lifelong history of athletics and sports performance. Herself has competed as a power lifter and strength coach. She has, multiple certifications, college education, so she has all the credentials and all the experience. And that's really what we're after. You don't even have to have your college degree necessarily, but if you have been in the fitness and health industry, you've done some workshops, you've maybe, gotten certified a couple of times with various things, and you just love this industry, you love health and wellness and strength and performance, and you would like to be doing some work and getting paid for it, this is a great opportunity for people. So we'd be interested in hearing from you. Again, criticalchris1@gmail.com. That's CRITICAL, Chris, CHRIS, the number 1@gmail.com. Goes for all of you Facebook fans out there as well. So we're gonna have some fun though today, Coach Frank and I, on this little piece of equipment that you see at our feet. Frank.
Yes, sir.
We were going to go over some war stories, just some fun experiences or not so fun experiences. What is this thing? This is a prowler, known by some, a sled by others. This is a piece of equipment that any facility should have, and most do nowadays, who have turf area or an outdoor space. This piece of equipment is deadly, and thus the title of the video. I have succumbed to this thing on multiple occasions, but I want Frank to share some of his experience with this.
God, there's so many of them, right, Chris?
Yes.
I mean, we were just kind of chatting beforehand. Yeah, we've obviously been multiple ones here, but when I think back, I mean, probably one of the most brutal called periods of time that I've spent with this as I had the very fortunate to work with and train around Ben Polkalski, fan of, friend of the show here as well, or friend of the channel, Ben, when he was training for, I believe it was the Olympia or the Arnold around 2014, 2015. And this would be his primary piece of cardio. Like when people think about cardio, they think about a treadmill, an elliptical, something where you're constantly moving for 35, 40 minutes. We would blast 8-minute sessions with this that would leave us on the ground for sometimes 30 minutes
right.
to an hour.
That
just
little
completely-
turf area over the old
the
downtown,
old school downtown
powerhouse.
powerhouse. Yeah.
I know it
So I
well.
mean, there were definitely some brutal stories there because anybody that knows Ben knows he's got some of the biggest,
Yeah.
strongest legs like in the bodybuilding world.
Yes.
So trying to keep up with him was definitely a challenge. And there was a few things I picked up from John Meadows, who passed away
last year.
But mountain dog training. So one way we would use it through John's training would be reverse style. So setting up in it and pushing it this way.
Oh, wow.
We would either start and or finish our quad days.
Almost like a
with
resisted wall
that.
sit.
Yeah, it's like a
wall
resistant
sit
wall sit. And when you push from your toes,
Yeah.
it's all like that front
Yeah.
quad drive. So it would absolutely either give you the pump before your training session, or it would just blow
Destroy
anything
you.
out at the end of it.
Wow.
Another way that I learned from John to use it would in a pulling fashion. So this wouldn't really be a leg workout. He defined it as eccentric-less cardio. So you would take a band. We could actually go grab one. Actually, yeah, let's grab it.
Yeah,
grab
which
a
one do you
band. Just a thick resistance band.
Yep.
And we're gonna do a back row. Yep, that's perfect. So John would have us take this and set it up this way.
Oh, I've done stuff like this.
And you grab it here in the middle.
Yep.
And you step out.
Obviously, we need more weight
Yeah,
on
you
there.
definitely put a little bit more weight, but because it's
Wow.
it's only a contraction in the back, he defined it as eccentric-less cardio. So it's not as taxing on the rest of your body while still getting that that cardiovascular
Wow.
work.
Cool.
Incredible for like ending of a back day to blow it out and get your cardio in there.
Wow.
As well. So those are some of my stories, man. Like
What,
and-
what
and
was
things
the
that I've
what
done.
was the worst? Like, were you ever like to the point where you were just in a pile of mush
Yeah,
on the
we
ground?
probably had 8 plates at the old powerhouse stacked up on each side, and just trying to take it like 10 yards.
Yep.
Like, I mean, that was one of those days with Ben where it was just fully just max out to the top, probably 1,000+ pounds.
That's what makes these things so brutal. You don't run out of room to stack weight. Yeah. You have your center post where most people just use that and that's it. And this is your handle. But the handles also hold weight. So
Yeah.
you could put weight, as much weight as you could possibly think of. You could stack, smaller plates on the middle or full Olympic sized plates and go 25s or 35s here on the corners all the way
Yeah.
up. I mean, it really is
Yeah,
unbelievable.
when we would push it backwards, so we would go down. So let's say we had the 20 yards or whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we push
yeah.
it down this way and then immediately run back this way.
And go low
We'd have to push it
push.
this way. And the low push just
So,
adds a
yeah.
whole other
So we're gonna
layer
have some
to it.
fun today. We're gonna push
Wait,
high and
what are
low.
your stories, bro?
Okay, all right. Well, I'll tell you one of my stories. One of my stories is really my first experience using this. I knew of this machine. I didn't use it up until about 10 years ago in my training. And there was a period of time when Mike and I were very serious with kettlebell training and doing a lot to get certified, to get our RKC, Russian Kettlebell Certification. And our trainer at the time, Mike Willie, who is a kettlebell master, he's unbelievable. He would throw sled stuff at us at the end of our workouts. So we do all this kettlebell work for about 45 minutes, and then he'd say, okay, let's go over to the sled and just finish you off, basically. So he used it as a finisher. So he would stack, like 4 or 5 plates. I wouldn't quite push an 8, but we'd be pushing about the length of this turf. Slow. He'd say, go, let's go slow, or he'd say go as fast as you can,
Yeah.
or he would adjust tempo on us after you're already exhausted and maxed out. And that was the first time really in my training, and this is in my mid 30s, where I had pushed myself to the point where I almost felt like that feeling you have when you've had too much to drink, and you aren't in control of your body, of any of your surroundings. I got woozy, I dropped to the ground, and I probably laid there for a good 20 or 30 minutes,
Yeah.
like on the verge of wanting to vomit, nauseous, couldn't see, didn't want to open my eyes, don't touch me. I couldn't get myself back together. It took me a very long time. And I had a whole newfound respect for this piece of equipment. And then that happened like maybe one other time, and then I think there was just an adjustment. it's almost like it's a mental thing too. It's like knowing now what it's gonna take, how I need to. But if this is a new piece of equipment for you, ease into it a little bit, because you can really hammer. No doubt you can cripple yourself, unlike most things.
Yeah, we've seen guys do it here, right? You know, in some of our group workouts, you know, we get guys that, you know, maybe aren't as seasoned or advanced, or they haven't been regularly training, and they show up, and it's like in the day's workout, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna keep up with everybody else. And they get one set in, and then their ass is sitting in the air conditioner.
They turn gray.
The workout.
Have you ever turned gray in your training about 20 minutes in because you just pushed yourself past your limits? We've seen it here, and usually this piece of equipment is the reason for it.
Yeah.
And you could be wrecked for the day after that.
Well, combining with the heat that we have.
Yeah, combining with the heat. It's about 100 degrees in here right now. So why don't you and I'm going to come all the way to the end, Mr. Steve and Jared. Actually, should we say goodbye to you guys? So there's a link.
Mark Williams, does that name?
Yeah, Mark's our boy, man.
Mark.
He says hi, coach.
What's up, Mark? What's up, baby? Mark Williams, he's been a longtime
5
follower.
anniversary followers.
Woo.
He's labeled on here.
He's a terrific dude. Has an eye for fashion. He's hilarious. I love it. Mark's been a friend and follower of ours for a very long time. What's up, Mr. Williams? Good to see you, dude. We're going to be moving over just to YouTube right now, so there's a link that you'll see in the description area here. Click that and finish watching Frank and I go head-to-head with the Prowler, okay? And
Prowler Challenge.
Prowler Challenge.
Only on YouTube.
Only on YouTube.
Love it.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you there. All right, so my man, why don't we warm up?
Okay.
Do you want to stand on there for me? I'll just. This is actually a fair amount of weight.
I was gonna say, are we warming up with 360
What are you
pounds?
weighing? What are you weighing right now?
About 260 right now.
Oh my gosh, this is not a warm up. This is not, and plus I'm pushing low.
Yeah.
Oh, this is more like max effort here.
I was gonna say, yeah, you want me to jump off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Holy cow, dude. Well, I wasn't really thinking, because there is 100 pounds on there. I guess I should have done it without any weight on there.
Well,
right?
then the Prowler itself has got some weight to it. All right, and I'm gonna push it back.
Why don't you push it back?
A little bit easier.
You gotta warm it up a little.
I wore my good turf shoes today, Chris.
Oh yeah, those are the real good ones. Plus, there is a huge difference between the feeling and the leverage.
Yeah.
High push and low push. Should we do one more each?
Whatever you want, man.
Just so we're feeling ready, and then we'll put some plates on there. I'll just go down one more time, high.
And I can bring it back low, just so we both got one of those in.
So obviously it's a full body experience, but you're really focusing on the lower body. But it's major cardio, major conditioning. You got to really pull the knee. You want to take big steps and work with. I mean, you want to get it going and keep it going.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to be changing tempo. You want to try and get to a speed that you can stick with, if possible.
Well, they got the
really get that knee up.
Yeah, they got the D linemen over at D1. They'll throw it up sometimes, and those guys will rock this thing. But then it's all for them. It's
oh yeah,
like
right.
I mean, they're powering through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
But what are we doing?
Yeah, there's probably nobody at a high level in sports that has not used this piece of equipment, especially football.
Yeah.
But probably any sport this translates to. If you want lower body strength, power, explosive, all the things that you need to generate through the hips and lower body.
Hips, quads, glutes, like definitely your glutes. I mean,
huge.
Yeah.
What do you want to just throw?
Just start stacking 45s?
Start stacking some 45s. I mean, one feels like baby weight still, huh?
Let's go. 2.
Maybe throw the thing on there. There you go. All right. So we want to just each do a high push. Down and back. I go down, you go back. Is that kind of where we're at? And just see who caves first.
Here we go.
Make sure you show my rear end really well,
Oh, yeah,
Steve.
that's what I'm going.
I know that's really what you're driving for. Notice my arms are extended. I try to keep the arms out.
Yeah,
do you
so-
ever do it with bent arm, Frank?
I don't. I do it like you. So can you maybe speak to what would be the difference of, because I've seen some people, I think you would probably know a little bit more about some of the technical mechanics, but what is the difference? Because I've seen people do it like this.
Yes.
I've seen people do it like the way that we were doing it. So this to me feels more powerful, right?
Correct. I feel the same way. I feel like if you're letting yourself get into the weight, you've reduced your leverage on it. You're further behind the weight versus being over the top of it. So I feel like you're driving from behind it more versus being right up on it. And that you're actually making the exercise harder.
This way it's harder.
It feels harder being behind it.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, because so we think of the distance from where we're driving, like
Yeah.
we're putting way more distance. So it's actually, I believe, that's appearing more weight than if I'm here, right?
I don't know. Give it a go.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
I mean, yeah, this definitely feels easier. Yeah.
Really? So it's the opposite of what
Yeah.
I don't ever do it in tight like that.
Well, you've always done it the hard way, the right way.
The right way.
I would say the harder way is the right
Intentionally.
way.
So without changing the weight, we should each do a down and back at the low. It's a whole different experience.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so I'll just give it about 10 seconds and then I'll go down, Frank will push back. So this isn't all that much weight. It's 190 plus the 5s. It's only 200 pounds on there.
Plus the sled.
Plus the weight of the sled
Yeah.
itself, which is probably 45 pounds, 50 pounds.
Yeah.
It might even say. All right, I'm ready.
I can't read that.
Here we go. Easily, just such a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fun. This is one of those exercises when you do it in the moment. You can tell it's hard. You almost feel worse right when you're done.
Always
Kind of
worse.
like doing walking lunges
Oh, yeah.
under load, and when you stop, your legs just get rubbery. Notice how much more parallel to the ground his torso is versus the higher hand setting, hand placement on the high bars. You just don't have the same leverage. You just don't have it. All right. I guess I'll just grab a 10-pound and weight. That's pretty brutal. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? So a lot of people say, I don't have one of these. But if you train with a partner, you can mimic this, like old school Elliot Hulse days when Mike would go to there, or even you maybe. You got somebody with a Jeep or a truck.
Oh, yeah.
And we've done that here with Jim's Jeep. Do you remember
Okay.
that? Maybe you might not have been here that day. You can push a vehicle. And it doesn't have to be a truck, it could be a car. But you obviously need somebody in the driver's seat, put the car in neutral.
Yeah.
And then you want to feel what it feels like to do what we're doing. Push a car, push a truck. Gosh, it's a workout all by itself. If Frank and I just did this today, like a full out warm up, and then several working sets of this, that's it. We don't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
It's an all-in-one thing.
Well,
You're done.
So you go back, you push it backwards on the way down, and then you drive it forwards on the way back. Or
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too, right? Mix. You
Yeah.
could push down and pull back.
Push, pull, yeah.
I mean, you're attacking your legs. You can even do lateral work with this. So Mike used to have us, our old trainer, Mike Willie,
Okay.
he would have us do lateral pulling.
Huh?
Which
Oh,
is,
yeah.
you take a lot of the load off.
How you like?
Yeah, with a band.
Yeah.
He would band us around our waist and then have us frickin' moving laterally. So, I mean, there's so many ways to do this. So we're going high bar down. That's awful. Yeah. I'll get it set for you.
Sled dog. It would be helpful if someone was behind you. So
Yeah, whipping?
yeah.
That's one way to do it. It does make the legs, though, immediately heavy. Like
All
it's,
that lactic.
yes, a lot of lactic acid. Definitely gets the heart pumping a lot. You can't fake this. You either can push it or you can't. Way to go, bro. Get it. Let's go, Frank. Oh yeah, we're gonna be wrecked. A little bit of wrecked. Well,
Is this payback for my shit talking?
it's a
on
crippler.
the video last week.
Maybe it is. Subconsciously, this is
Yeah.
payback for Frank, even though this is just.
Yeah, you guys watching, make sure to comment down there and talk some smack, and maybe we'll bring you into the compound one of these days and
So
kick
guess
your
what?
ass. 'Cause that's what I did. As I jumped on the live last week with Chris. Who are you with? Coach Ashley.
And Michelle.
Yeah, Ashley and Michelle.
Yeah,
and I
go
was-
back and watch that video. If you missed that video, by the way, that was the first time we've ever done a live stream on this channel.
Oh, okay.
Was last week. First time ever. And we did 3 challenges in one. We did a cornhole challenge, throwing the beanbag things on the cornhole boards. We did a glute challenge on our glute drive machine.
Yeah.
And then we did the tortilla slap challenge.
Oh God.
It's absolutely hilarious. It was so much fun. We have fun. But
little baby tortillas.
we had the little tortillas.
Oh my God.
And Michelle got me. She made me freaking laugh. I spit it was great. We had a lot of fun. But today, only the second time we've ever gone live here on the compound with your coach, Coach Frank. Go back and watch some of his series. Listen, if you're watching this and you're saying, hey, what's the workout? How can Frank help me? What should I be doing in my training? You have 2 monster series. You have Monster Muscle Mass,
Yeah.
right? And you have the
Dumbbell domination.
Beast Mode
Beast
barbell.
Mode, yeah, Beast Mode barbell.
Oh, the other one's
Dumbbell domination.
dumbbell domination.
Yeah.
So he has a dumbbell series, 12 part,
Yeah.
and a barbell series, 12 part. And so if you're
So-
looking for some training to follow that's free, go back and look at those.
Well, I would even say check out the, if you guys are into like this stuff,
Yes.
go check out the old school muscle building stuff. Like, 'cause
Yes.
we debunked some old school training myths.
Yes.
We shared some exercises
Yeah.
that
Those
I
are
believe are
recent.
staples that a lot of people aren't doing. So
Yeah,
got a lot
that's-
of exciting
excuse me.
things upcoming.
Yeah, you
You're
did.
Burping into the microphone,
burp-
Chris?
Hey, what are you going to do? All right, Frank, it's going to start getting hard now.
Are we going down? It's going to start getting hard
It's
now?
going to start getting hard. So low position, down.
Come on. Let's go, Chris.
Gosh darn it, that's not fun. That is not easy. I think a little came out. So that's low position with about 5 plates. Wow, it just feels so much different. Let me hook a guy up.
Do I need some foot? I need some foot placement.
Oh,
235, 255, plus whatever the sled is. So probably 300.
about 300 pounds.
About 300, give or take.
Granted, you're pushing it on turf.
Yeah.
It's not on wheels. It
Yeah,
moves, but
when those linemen are doing it, they got cleats on, not
yeah,
slippy.
yeah, we have slippery,
I got Chuck Taylor.
flat bottom sneakers. Not much leverage. Our bodies are parallel to the floor. Just like football, you gotta stay low. That's good, Frank. Past halfway, baby. That's it, Frank. Get it, baby, get it. Get it, Frank, get it, Frank. 10 feet, 10 feet. Come on, Frank. Let's go, Frank. Get it, get it, get it, get it. There, there. Holy crap. Not easy. I'm telling you, dude, you feel those quads right now?
Yeah.
Heart rate and quads, I'm telling you, we'll probably each do one more and then maybe call it. We could have it be a draw.
No reason to push yourself.
Oh, come on, Stevie. We gotta push a little bit.
All right, I'll hop on.
Stevie. Oh my gosh. That stack's starting to look thick now. That's what she said. That's a thick stack. Oh. Hey, we keep it clean here. We keep it clean.
Batman will do the next.
Batman's up in the rotation. Come on, Bruce. Come on, Bruce. Give me some. Give me some, Bruce. Give me some. Talk to me, Bruce.
This guy.
Sometimes I need Batman in my head a little bit. Give you some.
It's okay, so once a week we do a group workout. And it's a great group of guys. Chris runs a little text message. He's like, hey guys, you're invited. Blase, 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 blase. A couple weeks ago, nobody showed up. So Chris, because we love him, and he's an interesting character,
Uh-oh, what'd I do?
brings Batman out here. He's got him set up like on a cable. And all I'm thinking about, man, can somebody please go give this guy a hug? He's having workouts with imaginary dolls. So, but we love him. We love him.
This is my boy. That's my boy. What's up, baby? What's up? All right. I'm juiced up.
You're just stalling. That's what you're doing.
I am stalling. All right, I'm ready now.
Chris, I think he might win.
High push.
I'm not sure if he's coming back.
Speed. It's downhill. So it's a little easier.
Yeah, right?
It's definitely awful.
It's training for when your car breaks down.
Oh, there's a story.
Is this bringing you back?
There's a story. Not a prowler story, but probably the only reason we were able to return home is because I'd spent so much time on the prowler. So Coach Zach, who everybody knows, probably from the other channel that we have,
Yeah.
he probably got some footage here on,
Oh, he is. He's
on
on.
Compound as well. So Zach and I took a trip up to North Georgia, the Blue Ridge, last summer. And dummy me didn't read the notes of the Airbnb before we left. It said, recommend pickup, 4-wheel drive.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Zach's got a four-door
Hyundai.
sedan. So I didn't even realize it. We get up to the mountains, have the hardest time getting to our cabin. We're like, okay, but we made it. Like we weren't planning on leaving till we returned home. So I spent the weekend up there, get everything loaded up in the car. Got Bentley with us at the time. Bentley's in the back seat. Complete car is just loaded. Like back seat's full, trunk's full. He's in the front.
Who's Bentley? No.
Bentley's my dog. Bentley's my dog.
Man's best friend.
Yeah, so we get in the car, everything's loaded. Zach turns it on. It rained that weekend. So not only were we on a steep hill in the mountains, but it was muddy and it was wet. So his front tires just start
Oh my gosh, dude.
spinning towards building like a divot in the ground. So I'm like, fuck, what are we gonna do now? We're like in the middle of nowhere, we don't know anybody. So we start unloading the car. Bentley's like freaking out, what's going on? Like he doesn't know what he's doing. So I gotta get behind the car, push it up this mountain.
Oh my
like
gosh.
as my feet are slipping, I'm like
Oh my gosh.
sliding all over, got dirt all over my body. Zach's trying to drive but push at the same time. We get about 10 feet up and then we finally made it.
Oh my gosh.
Then I'm having to run all the luggage like
Back up.
the mountain so we can get it like into the car.
And that's two really fit, strong men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like ultimately, it doesn't get much stronger and more fit than you and Zach being together.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
But because we've been busting it here
Yeah.
for years now, training this, like carries over. So
Holy crap.
yeah, it's gonna get you in shape. It's gonna make your legs look better. It's gonna burn that fat. But there's that functional carryover. If you're ever in the mountains,
You need to push your
You
car.
need to push your car. And you got a dog in the back seat. That's how you can do it.
All right, take us home, bro. Woo! Take us home, Frankie. Oh, my legs are more sore now than they were when I stopped. Deadly. That's it, baby. Come on. Get it. Halfway, babe. Almost there, almost there. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Nice.
Dude, so that way is like, with these shoes, because I can push down.
Yeah.
Because when I'm driving here,
So when you're in tight like that, advantage.
advantage, tight. Yeah, so guys at home, if you're struggling with it, simple,
Harder.
harder.
Wow. Opposite for me, the way
I
I
always
would have
thought it
thought.
was the way
I would have thought more leverage because you're more behind the weight. But it actually,
You're further away from it.
you're further from the
Yeah.
from the fulcrum, basically. or
Yeah,
the-
so I taught this today, and
Wait,
we're talking about this on the side lateral. So Joe was like, well, did I bend my arms? I was
No,
like,
easy.
well, no, the fulcrum is here. We'll be out here.
Yes.
The distance, same thing, the distance from the, yeah.
Gosh darn. Woo! Brutal, right? And you did legs yesterday.
Yeah, crushed.
I just did yoga with Mr. Steve, and that was actually pretty harsh on the legs. We don't do like easy yoga stretch positions. We're getting crushed by a
Yeah.
30-year-old mom just kicking our butt
Yeah.
for an
Don't-
hour.
I don't recommend doing this in Chuck Taylors.
No,
It's not ideal,
not ideal.
not optimal. Maybe something like that.
Yeah, this
Got a little bit of traction.
This is a good flat sole
Probably Steve.
New Balance
Those would be good.
or Adidas.
Little mountains.
Yeah, little mountain boost.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, if you tune on late and you missed what I said in the beginning, first of all, thank you for watching.
Sucks for you.
Sucks for you. Go back, watch from the beginning. Watch Frank and I share some war stories using the Prowler sled, and watch us through our training and pick up some tips from what we've shared with you. But I mentioned also that we are looking for a fitness and health experienced trainer of some kind or coach, somebody that has writing skills and a lot of experience working one-on-one or in group settings with people, coaching people, training people, knows anatomy, knows physiology, can talk about it intelligently, and can write about it intelligently. We need somebody to help us write descriptions for our video content on YouTube, as well as answer questions that come in all the time on our YouTube channels. So if you're interested in potentially becoming a part of our family, a part of our team here at Critical Bench, write me directly, criticalchris1@gmail.com. CRITICAL, critical, Chris, CHRIS, the number 1, @gmail.com. I would love to hear from you and take it to the next level.
And if you have to ask
Yes.
what that means, keep your submission and resume to yourself.
Don't bother. All right. We thank you so much. Videos coming from Coach Frank tomorrow and the next day. And go back and watch some of the other great content.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Like the old school muscle mass stuff. Awesome. Love it. Thank you for joining us.